Somebody just dropped me a hint that one of the games that I am wanting to find that is decently rare, that keeps going up in price on the PlayStation 4, is in my local cash converters, or at least it was earlier on today. I'm gonna head down there like right now and see if I can go and get it. I'm hoping it's there. He did say cash generators, not cash converters, and I don't think my town has a cash converters. I messaged him being like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm not sure which one it was. I'm like, I'll just go and have a look. Because worst case scenario, I'll go to CEX and I'll buy something. But first, as always, before we head out, I need to go and show you guys the dog. And I've also had a few more deliveries and updates to my room and things that I'm changing and stuff like that. So stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. Let's go. Literally the second that I tried to leave, I had a delivery arrive. Now let's try and go. Hello, Ruby. Would you like to say hello to the camera? Would you like to say hello? Here she is. No. Stop hopping just because you know I've got a treat in my hand. Right. Stop performing. Sit. Down. Paw. Both. You jumped the gun a little bit there. What about belly rubs? You won't let me do belly rubs while I've got a treat in my hand, will you? You. You little stupid. See, now she'll get belly rubs. Now she'll get belly rubs. He's a good girl. Don't jump off. You've got a ramp. Use your ramp. Yeah, put your toys back. Do you see that? I thought she was going to put it back. I've never seen her put something back in her life. When she was younger, she, I think it was that one, she'd pull that over and curl up inside it. She's a little bit too large for that now. She's a destroyer. She's definitely channeling her inner Beerus, whatever, because she likes wrecking stuff. Every toy we've ever got her, she wrecks. So we basically just get her ropey stuff. I said we should get some like bungee cord or something, like something that she can't chew through, because she'd definitely try. I don't know. It'd probably be cheaper to just buy some genuine actual rope, because like real rope's got to be cheaper than dog toys per like 6 inches or whatever. Do you hear that horrible noise she just made us then? Ruby, I don't know why you love doing this so much. Because the problem is, right, is she'll chew these bits off, she'll swallow them, like little threads of it, and it'll come out in a poo. She's got like multicoloured poo. You gotta stop. You know it's getting cold outside when I've got my fancy coat on, eh? Like, we're ready to go. I also desperately need to clear some space on my SD card. I've got an SD card that's supposed to hold about 40 hours of footage, and it's got about 4 minutes left. I need to get that cleared right now before we leave. 2 seconds. Okay, I just cleared 15 minutes worth of space. That should be enough for this video. Right, anonymous tip. Let's hope you were right. Let's hope it's still there. Let's go get it. Good Lord, I hope it's there, because I want to get this game off my list. It's been there too long. You know, there is an ice cream van that frequents my neighbourhood all the time. It's 3 p.m. on the 31st of October, and it's freezing. But they're still here every day like it's the middle of summer. And to be fair, there's so many kids on this estate that I bet they make a fortune. I wonder how profitable ice cream vans are. Like, how does it work? Do you buy a license to, like, Mr. Whippy or something? I don't know. Also, my neighbours got family round, right? And their family are so paranoid about their car being stolen. They've got about, I can read from here, 6 different warnings about not stealing their car. Like cat lock, and they've got a clamp on the wheel. I think there's something on the back wheel. Like, they're so paranoid about this car being stolen. Chill out. You'll be fine. All right then, let's go. At least this time I remembered to bring a bag. I feel like I've been buying bags literally every time I've been to CEX now for a while. Also, town seems rather busy considering the fact that it's like 3 p.m. on a weekday. It makes me always wonder what sorts of jobs people have. Because like I remember, before I knew what I was doing for a job, I didn't know what jobs were out there, so it was always very confusing. Like, if you'd have asked 17-year-old me what jobs are out there besides like fireman, policeman, doctor, I'd have been like, I have no idea. Do you ever just see a pair of shoes on the floor and think, how do you lose a pair of shoes? There's no world in which a shoe would come off my foot and I wouldn't put it back on, let alone both. You know, I think I can count on one hand the number of times I've been to this part of town in the last decade. I miss the market. It was nostalgic. Especially the butchers in there. I had to spend a lot of time in that Guildhall when I was a kid. But hey, hopefully what's in here is in here. Alright, so I'm in Cash Converters just having a browse. It took me quite a while to find what I was after because it's just, I don't know, not very well laid out, but there it is, a little quick hint of what we came for. I spent quite a while in Cash Converters today. I'm not usually a fan, but it was interesting. And I did specifically take a look at the Blu-rays as well, because obviously I've been collecting Blu-rays recently, and they're all like 50p, 30p. So These are some cheap Blu-rays. This is probably the best way to get Blu-rays, in fact. Like, just look at these. That was pretty successful, because the game was in there that I wanted. The dude tipped me off was in there. Literally about 3 hours ago, I got up, got out, went to get it. Some sort of little food festival going on. There is pulled meats, but it's not smoked meats. If it was smoked meats, I'd be tempted. Starving. I also got one Blu-ray while we were in there because it was 50p, and like, why not? Now I'm gonna go check out CEX, because can't be in town and not go to CEX, you know. I got what I came for. Successful trip. Into CEX we go. I can't imagine there's going to be anything new because I feel like it's only been about 2 days since I was last here. But when you're out, you got to check, haven't you? You just never know what you might stumble across. There's an NES. It's Halloween as well. Maybe there's something special. Okay, welcome to my local CEX once again. I don't imagine we're going to see too much different. We've got 3 Dragon Dogma 2 steelbooks in front of me, which keep eyeing me up. My Dragon's Dogma, back from when it released, is still sealed, and I paid full price for it, annoyingly. But Rise of Ronin at the time. That Okami has been staring at me for a little while on PS4, because that is a decently rare game for PlayStation 2 and 3. Also, that Lego sleeve there looks like it'd contain a steelbook. I did check. It didn't. Just having a quick browse, just looking around. I don't know, I feel like there's not been too much stuff of recent in this CEX, and a lot of it is forward-facing, which suggests that they're running out of stock. Take a look at that, South Park Stick of Truth, £2 for the 360. On PS4, it's like 30 plus, so much more expensive on PS4, and harder to find at that. I did also, when I was in Cash Converters, look at the PlayStation 2 stuff. They had a few Simpsons Hit and Runs, and I was trying to work out whether I could profit from them, because they were like £15 and CEX sells them for 25. But no, at CEX they give you £10 on a voucher for Hit and Run, so they probably know what they're doing. It is probably pretty rare that Cash Converters price something in such a way that you can make a profit from it at CEX. I did spot a Transformers game, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, at Cash Converters that they were selling for £1.99 that is about £6 at CEX, which would have given me like a £4 voucher, so I'd have made a £2 profit on a voucher, which, to be fair, in hindsight, would have paid for most of what I bought in CEX on this trip. You'll come to see, but like, I could not be bothered to do that. I'm not a flipper. I'm not going out buying games to try and trade them in. I go in, I've got things I want, I spend my money, I go home. I'm a simple man. I'm not about that life for the most part. All right then, home time. Decently successful trip. I saw some drama in CEX because somebody bought a DVD and then realised it was actually cracked right down, and there was some sort of they were also about to send out a what were they selling? A boxed Ninja Turtles game for 260 quid, and there was a big rip in it, and they were like, yeah, this is definitely going to get sent back. Okay, back in the car, time to head home. I swear, I've been strong today. That food market smelled so good, and obviously there's a McDonald's like right over there, and I'm starving. My diet ended today, so like I've got the calories to eat a little bit more, but tonight's dinner is higher calorie, so I didn't want to go overboard. This is where you got to be emotionally powerful and not do silly things with your food just because the diet's over. Especially when my partner is out with some work thing today, and she's bringing back a cookie pie from one of those like baking companies that have started popping up all over the country. Quite looking forward to getting my hands and mouth around that. And yeah, anyway, let's go home and I'll show you what we got. Although you kind of already know at least one of them, I'm sure. More Blu-rays though. The Blu-ray shelf is filling, and they're so cheap. It's so easy. It's so much cheaper than games. Okay, I'm home. Let's give the Rubester some of dinner. As you can tell, she's very eager to eat her slop. I remember when Ruby was smaller than this doorstop. Oi, stop jumping. You know the drill. Stop it. Look at me, not the food. Eyes, Ruby. Eyes. Good girl. Now then, because I'm hungry and it's still a few hours till dinner, let's try some new protein powder that I've never had before. Chocolate peanut butter flavour. I'll be right back. Pro tip, if you're somebody that doesn't like milk in your protein shakes because it makes them too thick, but doesn't like water because it makes them too thin, almond milk. It's way less calories and somewhere in between. It's great. Alright then, like I say, I've never had this flavour before because I typically stick to chocolate mint and chocolate orange. But expanding my horizons. Alright then, First time taste test, moment of truth. Chocolate peanut butter. I hope it's got a lot of chocolate in, because often they don't when it comes to peanut butter. It's okay. I would prefer it if it was a bit sweeter, which might be a win. Like sometimes I know a lot of people that don't like their protein powders to be too sweet. It'll do. It's only a 500 gram bag, but I definitely prefer chocolate orange and chocolate mint. If you're somebody that uses my protein, by the way, use code Cayle, send me screenshots of any orders you ever make over on the Instagram, because they give me a voucher to send out to one of you guys every month that does, worth £200. I would recommend the coffee. The coffee's great. I would recommend chocolate orange protein powder, chocolate mint protein powder, the peanut butter wafers, and the Easter egg layered bars when they're back in stock come April. I always manage to sell them out of those through pimping them, so we keep that up. Just got to take the dog for a wee and then I can show you guys what I got today, because it was a pretty successful trip. We actually got a game. Didn't get a game the last couple of times. Come on, have a wee. Alright then, we're home. Let's go through what I got, shall we? Okay, so the first thing that I got was South Park: The Stick of Truth for the PlayStation 4. At CEX, this is a £32 game. I've been after it for quite some time. It's decently hard to find. It is in no CEX within like 2 or 3 hours of me. It's crazy. But earlier on today, somebody sent me a message on Instagram saying that it was in the same cash converters that is in my local town. And I was like, let's go. So off we went. And there it was for £19.99 rather than £32. That is quite the saving. And it would have been more like £35 if I'd have ordered it. And that's assuming it doesn't keep going up, because it has only gone up in the last few weeks. Next up, you'll have to bear with me here. There is an explanation. I will explain. Scooby-Doo on Blu-ray. It cost me 50p. And it's Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. Deal with it. Next up, Lion King 2. Lion King 3. The explanation here. Basically, there is a Blu-ray box set of every Disney film ever made, and we're probably getting that at some point soon, between me and my partner, because she wants it as well. It's pretty expensive, but it would be pretty cool to own. But it doesn't come with any of the sequels. And there are some sequels that do kind of matter, I suppose. Like, in my head, not many of the Disney sequels were worth watching. The Lion King sequels were okay. The Aladdin sequels were okay. The Atlantis sequel was great, and the Jungle Book sequel was very nostalgic to me. Those are the only sequels that I intend to get, and I've been collecting Blu-rays, and this is all very cheap. So it was, again, a pretty cheap day. If it wasn't for South Park, we'd have only spent, what, £3-4? This Blu-ray collecting is very fun. I'm enjoying it. It makes me feel like the early days of collecting again, where every time I went out, I came back with tons of stuff. I know that you guys might think that I still come back with tons of stuff, but like realistically in my head, I don't. So that was today's haul. And for anybody wondering what came from Amazon earlier on, it was a new HDMI splitter so that my TV can appear on either monitor all at once. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.